From the moment the leaks for Attack on Titan manga chapter 138 were out, Twitter and Reddit were collectively a cesspool of mess because people were spewing rampant hatred against the character of Mikasa for no apparent reasons, and there was a literal flood of jokes surrounding necrophilia and all that other shit. Now I understand that making memes are not something new, but this level of nonsense was totally unbearable for me, and it made me realize the fact that no one actually understands Mikasa, or no one actually understands grief for that matter. Because this chapter, that is chapter 138, totally signifies Mikasa's tragedy as a character, and it is the manifestation of her grief because she has to do something which no one will ever want to do, and that is taking down their loved ones. So hello and welcome to WonderYZ, my name is Soham, and in this quick video, we are going to talk about the character of Mikasa and why no one actually understands her, and why no one actually understands grief for that matter, because this chapter is very significant in that particular regard. Now in chapter 138, there's a lot of different things that are going on here. You might like some of the things, you might not like some of the things, that is totally fine. In this video, I'm not going to talk about the entire chapter because the official chapter is not out yet, but rather I just want to draw your attention towards the character of Mikasa because I genuinely think that no one truly understands her and what she is going through. Now for Mikasa, Eren is literally everyone. Eren is the man whom she loves. Eren is literally everything for her from the moment he saved his life in her childhood days. From that moment forward, she might not have explicitly displayed it, but the people surrounding her obviously understood the fact that she immensely loved Eren for a number of different reasons. Sure, it might have toned down a little after the events that took place in the time skip, but even after all of that, Mikasa loved Eren for her entire self and her entire being. That is the character of Mikasa, and that has always been on display here. Now, I'm not even trying to get into the shipping wars because there's a literal war going on in Attack on Titan, and as such, I don't want to get into something as petty as the shipping wars. I didn't even really care if Eren actually wanted to be with Mikasa or not, or if he wanted to be with Historia for that matter. Yeah, sure, I was interested to see who is actually the father of Historia's child because I thought that it was going to be a very essential storyline, but alas, that is not actually the case here as of yet. And that's it, that's my only concern with the character relationships of these characters. I'm not really bothered that much with the series in regards to the shipping because there's a lot more to the series than the ships. Moreover, I did knew that fandoms really tend to get very messy and very dirty, but I have not seen something of this large scale in a very long time, at least for the manga. Sure, for the animation department, the fandom always complains. That was explicitly on display with Studio Mappa in season 4, so I'm not gonna enter that debate, but rather here the discussion forums on Reddit and Twitter were just flooded with nonsensical jokes and hatred against the character of Mikasa simply because she kissed Eren after she killed him. Now here I would just like to say one particular thing: people don't understand grief. There is nothing necrophilic here because Mikasa is not actually kissing the head of Eren for that particular matter. Rather, this is a tragedy because she had to kill the person whom she loved the most. The expressions of all these characters explain everything there is and how much pain and burden that she had to endure after she took such a step. And all of these were exemplified by the memories that she just had of Eren and her living as an old couple. After all of these things, she finally took the decision to take down Eren, the man whom she loved. And you won't even be able to imagine how hard and how difficult that moment was for Mikasa, and she had to literally put a stone to her heart in order to do such a step. And that is aptly on display here, and the ending kiss is nothing more than her grief manifestation, and it is aptly on display here. Moreover, this is not even something new. Something like this happens in the real world as well, and that is not necrophilia. Please get this out of your mind that this is necrophilia. This is not necrophilia. When people lose their loved ones, we often see that family members and close persons are crying upon their caskets and crying upon their dead bodies. So this is not exactly quoted as necrophilia. This is rather a parting gesture, a goodbye from Mikasa's side. Moreover, here we have to remember that Eren is not immediately dead right after Mikasa slashes his head, because even last time when Gabi shot Eren's head, he was not immediately dead, and that is the reason why he was able to reattach his head with the spine of the founding titan. So there is a momentary time before his actual death, and that is a parting kiss, a parting goodbye from Mikasa's side for Eren, the man whom she loved more than everything, the man who meant literally everything to her in life. And if you did not understand this thing, then I'm sorry my friend, you have not actually watched Attack on Titan properly. I was really disappointed with Reddit and Twitter yesterday, and I just wanted to share this quick video with you all in an attempt to clear up this particular situation. So I hope you guys understand the meaning behind this particular video, and as such I would love to hear your opinions as well. So please do mention your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more. This is WonderYZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.